first time I tried meditating, I went out and sat in my lounge room in front of the fire, closed my eyes, and tried my very hardest to think of absolutely nothing, to clear my mind of every single thought. It didn't last very long. Because of that first failed experience at meditating, I gained the impression that meditating was hard and something that I wouldn't be able to do. Then one day I got invited to attend a meditation and mindfulness workshop at the Nantian Temple for 2 days as part of a professional development course with my school. I realized that meditation doesn't necessarily mean just sitting there with your eyes closed and your fingers together and thinking of absolutely nothing. Meditation is a form of mindfulness, and you can even meditate as you are walking or as you are about in nature, just taking notice of the things that you see and not letting your monkey mind take control of everything that you do in your life. I started to reshape my thoughts on what meditation could look like, and from that I started incorporating it more into my daily practice. I ended up buying the book Heavily Meditated by Caitlin Cady, and that was a little bit of an incentive for me to start to learn more about different meditation styles and start to think about how I could incorporate meditation as more of a routine into my daily or weekly schedule. So during the month of May, I set myself the challenge that I was going to meditate every single day. Now, for someone who wasn't making meditation a part of even my weekly routine, doing it on a daily basis was certainly challenging for me, especially the aspect of just having to quieten down your mind. I find that I am a person who tends to just hold on to a lot of stress and anxiety, and I often have a lot of racing thoughts. And so just being quiet with my thoughts and that sense of stillness that comes from meditation was a real sort of learning and growth journey, but for all the right reasons. So what I did was I collected myself a whole heap of free meditation videos on YouTube, and I made myself a playlist. I absolutely love YouTube for things like this because you can access a plethora of content for absolutely nothing, and you can really start to choose meditation videos and sort of the mood and vibe that really suits you, and also just being able to choose the length of the video as well. So on some days where I was really strapped for time but I wanted to make it a priority to get in at least a little bit of meditation, I might just do a 5-minute video. But once I became a little bit more comfortable with the process of meditation and just being able to sit with myself for longer, I moved up to 10-minute videos, and every now and then I was able to stretch it out and get a 15-minute video in as well. I did find the 15-minute videos particularly challenging, however, and oftentimes there were moments where a thought or two did come up and I would sort of start drifting off, and that is where I really like the mantra meditation videos, because once I noticed myself drifting off with a thought, I would come back to my breath as an anchor and come back to the mantra also as an anchor. And particularly with those 15-minute meditation videos, if I found that I was sort of starting to get a little bit restless in the meditation, I would start doing a little bit of sort of breathing exercises. I really like the alternate nostril breathing, where you hold your either side of your nostrils and you breathe in out of one side and block the other, hold it there and release through the other side, and then you would breathe in, hold, and then switch over to the other side. And I just found that whenever I was doing the alternate nostril breathing, I honestly had no sort of space to focus on any outside thoughts, because just the process of getting the breath and the finger movement right really just did center me and make me just sort of solely focusing in on my breath. I just found that this whole process of meditating every single day, yes, it did challenge me, but also it was definitely a lot of personal growth that came from it. I'm finding myself a lot more just calmer and peaceful during my day-to-day routine when I have meditated the night before, and I'm just starting to put in place just these practices of, you know, just taking a deep breath, calming myself, centering my thoughts, even just saying like a little bit of a mantra in my head if you know, things are starting to feel a little bit frenzied or chaotic during my day-to-day. I'll say some sort of, you know, positive or calming mantra, or even just like a word, and that will kind of redirect my thoughts and allow me to have a greater sense of peace as well. So throughout my daily meditation challenge, I was using the free meditations from Boho Beautiful. She's someone that I often go to for yoga and Pilates workouts on YouTube, and I just really love her vibe. She has a really great voice for meditation, and I find that her 10-minute meditations are just perfect amount. She does have maybe 1 or 2 5-minute, and she's got a whole heap of 15-minute ones as well. So if you're looking for some sort of introduction to meditation, I would definitely recommend trying her out. And even though my May meditation month has finished, it is something that I have been taking with me into June. I might not be meditating every single day, but you know, every second day, every third day before I go to sleep, I will chuck on a meditation, and I really do feel that it has a positive impact on my sleep and then also just on my mindset the next day as well. We live in a really fast-paced, oftentimes chaotic world, and I don't think that that's any sort of news to anyone. But I feel like we weren't really designed to have our day-to-day lives filled with this much stress and anxiety and like worrying thoughts and tension. And I know that we cannot control the amount of stress in our lives. There's going to be some amount of stress in our lives, whether you have a stressful job or not. There's always obligations and responsibilities that are going to put some form of pressure on ourselves, and if they don't, society or other people can in general. So we cannot escape these stresses. We can try and minimize them, but one thing that I do think is important is trying to shift our mindsets. And I know for me, I do feel a lot of stress and anxiety in my life, and it has had significant physical impacts on my life. And I know that a lot of those things I can't change, but I can change the way that I think about them. And I think being able to incorporate practices like meditation into my daily or weekly schedule has had a really positive impact on my mental health, and then as a result even on my physical health. So it's definitely something that I'm going to, you know, strive to practice more, and it's not about perfection, it's just about practice, and really it is an act of self-care and self-love. So I hope you guys enjoyed hearing a little bit about my meditation journey. Please feel free to go over and check out some of those meditation videos that I suggested. And I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.